Hey everyone, it's Austin and welcome back to day 105 on my journey to 2000. I'll be playing chess all the live long day until I reach my goal. Don't forget to do all of the stuff to support me, and let's get into today's game. All right. And into the 10-minute pool we go. All right. Got the black pieces. We have a d4 player. All right. It still could be a London. It could go towards... Okay. A little transposition here. Okay, we got the semi-Slav. Great. Okay, we're going to go anti-Moscow. And then here, I remember the move is to take. And then we reinforce. And then perhaps we can have the bishop come out and pinny pin pin. Alright, so the knight is going there. So I know that I already want to get my bishop here to activate on the long diagonal. So do I have any other problems? I don't really see any other problems. I think I want to go here, and then maybe I can go here on the next move to try to trade off that piece. But I'm pretty confident that that is not where, that's not what he wants to do. He'd really like to go e4. I know that that's a thematic idea for him. But we're up a pawn, so we're basically just gonna vibe out. I know that when they go a4, this is our response. This rook is defended as well, so we have to worry less about situations with pins on the rook. It's always very good. Okay. So he's castling on the next move, so I don't really have any ideas of pinning and going there. So what I think I may try to do... is just develop my pieces. Let's just develop my pieces. Okay. That seems like a pretty good move. So I can just take his knight, though. And if I take his knight... here, queen takes, I'm actually winning a piece. Right? So takes, he would have to desperado, in which case I can recapture with the knight actually. So takes here, this is check, which is key. And then, yeah, the bishop is loose. Okay. I literally forgot that the bishop could recapture. So I think what I want to do is just, use this long diagonal to my advantage at this point. I don't really have any fears after this, because, well, this is kind of a forward pawn. So let's just be up 2 pawns, I think. Maybe this is greedy. Maybe it's not. I don't know. So I really would like to hang on to this bishop. And the only place that it makes sense to really bring it back to is probably right here. So I think I'm going to go here next. I mean, I'm up 2 pawns at this point. I have what I would consider, like game-winning material. He has 3 pawn islands. Or 3. Yeah, 3 pawn islands. Okay, so I saw this move. And I think that I want to go here. Because I don't think he has time to really do too much else. And just try to trade pieces and alleviate the pressure. I don't like this pin. So, I think that this is just a natural progression of things. So here, I mean, if he takes, just take, and he gets a pawn, and I get a piece, so that doesn't work. Takes here, takes. And then I have this tactic. Yeah, so definitely taking here. And he can't recapture with the pawn. Kind of an interesting game. Okay. Good. If he goes here, I can just take. Beautiful, guys. Beautiful game. I mean, that felt amazing, am I right? I don't feel like I really screwed anything up. Alright. Game review, I got an 85%. 2 mistakes and a miss, 1 inaccuracy. Let's get into it. Alright, so this is all book, best. And it's plus 0.7 here, which is kind of, you know, that sucks. But ultimately, you know, here I've already equalized. So this is the mistake. Because why? Let's try to figure out ourselves first. I need to do this more. So what are my other options? I have no checks. No, I have no checks. So if I were to capture this, and then the queen takes, then when I take here, bishop takes, my rook is hit, and in that position, all I have is rook g8 and rook h7, which doesn't feel very good. So that doesn't feel like necessarily a good continuation. But what if I don't take the knight? Let's say knight takes, queen takes. Then, I mean, he's threatening mate. I have to take. Maybe it's just... Yeah, because then what happens after, let's say, after rook g8? Then what does he do? I mean, he has to castle, otherwise the g2 pawn is hanging. So let's say castles. And then... castles... I don't see a very clear idea for me. So... I think ultimately I may end up going knight here. Which maybe that's a better move if knight takes, queen takes. No, sorry, that knight isn't there anymore because I used it to trade here. So then in that position, I think bishop d6 would be good for the same reason that I played it in this game. But I don't know. Let's just take a look and see what the best move is. The best move is bishop f3. What? Oh, no, it's a mistake for him. Okay. So for me, I don't care that I'm losing that pawn. The best move... No, wait, what the hell? I get so confused in this analysis sometimes. Okay, so knight takes here was the best move. Queen takes. Knight takes. Bishop takes. Rook g8. He goes f3 instead of castling. G4 is another option. No. Wait, why does it say G4? Castles is better. Okay. So I calculated this well. But then the follow-up, I was going to play this. Okay, and this would have been a mistake. G4 is better. I can see the idea here being strong. I think that this is a pretty common idea in the anti-Moscow, actually. And I probably should have remembered this. But anyway, that didn't happen. So I took here, he recaptured. I took here, which was an inaccuracy. And then this was my other mistake. I wanted to hang on to my light square bishop. But in this situation, it doesn't care. Because why? I mean, now it's putting pressure on the pinned piece. E takes D. Oh, this feels terrible for me. Queen F3. I mean, look at how scary this looks, no? Bishop G7. It's -1. H4. Oh, God. Knight takes H5. Why not bishop takes? No, because the knight recaptures. So you have to go queen takes first, and then it's here, here, and C3. Wow. Cold-blooded computer, man. Just C3 in this position. But anyway, none of that happened. He plays H4, and then this was my miss. Because I had the opportunity to go rook G8. And if he plays, I don't know, takes, say for instance, then I can play knight takes H5, getting out of the pin. And after queen takes H5, I think that this is probably the idea. Rook takes, and it's hitting both pieces. You only have one place to go, which should be here. And then this is just... Why is this -3? Because the queen side majority is absolutely winning here. That's another thing that's worth noting in these semi-Slav positions, especially when you get like this queen side expansion. Endgames are usually pretty okay. You have that that queen side majority. The 3-on-1 is just extremely strong. The knight's just going to get punched around, especially if the queen has already left the building. But anyway, again, none of that happened. I went here instead of rook G8, and he took. So then I took here. And of course this is a mistake because I played the best continuation. And I probably would not have done this. I probably just would have taken. But this is an inaccuracy. But you know. His knight literally has no squares. Oh, well. This is actually just a bad move. Well, I guess not. This isn't the worst thing in the world. Bishop, or rook D6. I mean, just here, right? No, I want B4. I would probably just play this. Now it wants back to, or over to B6. Bishop F3. Just going for mate. King D2. Yeah, my pieces are like this, It all goes back to this move. This move didn't really make sense. This would have been better. Because at least in this situation, I have more. Like, that pawn isn't going anywhere. We don't really have to stress. Like, if he did this, then you could always just take, or, yeah, the fact that it's hanging. Anyway, definitely like a super deep analysis there. I really enjoy doing that. This game felt amazing to play. Like, I felt like I was on one this game. Played like a 2000 supposedly. My mistakes were very hard to find the reason why. And it kind of all stemmed back to like these kinds of ideas. But this is still equal at the end of the day. And then my other mistake, he had a +1 advantage after this move. But now it's bishop d5 again. No, it's takes. I kind of fail to see why this is as bad. Now this is +2 for some reason. Now because h4 and the rook is lined up, for sure. And I'm forced to play on the queen side. Very interesting. Can't stop analyzing. Can't stop analyzing. So interesting. Anyway, if you guys made it this far in the video, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Really, it helps a lot if you comment, like on the video, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. Otherwise, the other links in my description are for the Discord, following me on Twitch. We have a chess.com club. Feel free to join. You'll get notified when we start up other arenas, like when I'm streaming and things like that. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow.